Hello, TopFanRivalry followers, and welcome to another episode of Lady in the Diamond. I have the host, Lina. I'm obviously Bill. We got a great guest in Delilah, big Dodger fan. We'll talk more about that in a second. But Lina was nice enough because I have a face for radio. She was nice enough in the pregame to say, Bill, I would like you to do the intro just so that you can feel like you contribute. So at this point, I've done my contribution. Lina, let me know if you need other help. I am here for you. Delilah, meet Lina. Lina, meet Delilah. Let's have a great episode, ladies.
To get the game started. As always, we love to have amazing hosts here, and I'm sorry, amazing guests. We have the hosts. We have the amazing hosts. Which, by the way, I am your host, Lina Rodriguez. Bill, thank you so much for always letting me drive. I don't know why you trust me. I hit curbs a lot, just so I'm that girl. But
Chirp, 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 chirp.
yes, and things run into me. I always say that. Like, no, that ran into me, not the other way around. Um, but I do appreciate you always letting me take over. It's always an honor to meet fellow Dodger fans. So welcome so much. I feel like we kind of have to give you like a nickname like Delilah, the Dodger fan, or Delilah, the Dodger girl, like
Oh yeah.
something. Just, you got to be named. So you got to make it go
Well,
together.
I do have an Instagram account. My account is Dodgers Bolts Girl because I'm also a Chargers fan.
Oh,
So
okay.
or whatever it is, I'll go by Dodger Girl too. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you so much. You make the blue look amazing. I
Oh,
definitely
thank
should have
you.
worn my LA hat as well. But as you see,
Got a
today was
rep.
yeah, you have to. Today was a bun day, so next time I will definitely rep. But yes, thank you so much for joining us here on Lady and the Diamond. And like always, we just want to get to know you as a person, as a fan, and of course, we love to finish the show with some finish the sentence questions. So we will get into that shortly. But first,
Lina, can I stop you for a second? Tell me
yeah.
about this bun thing. I'm not like I'm in a situation where my hair is going backwards, but it's not coming forward anymore. And I don't know what this, are you referring to yourself or me? Because I think that I got this bun thing going on.
We can make it work. You can have a man bun. I feel like if we really like kind of pull your hair together, we can get a man bun going. And
Not really.
I'm sure your wife would love it. I
Not
promise
really.
you would love it.
But I will tell you this, and
Mhm.
and this may be pre Delilah, but I will tell you this. I had probably one of the best mullets in the eighth grade in the 80s.
Oh, we gotta see.
Oh yeah,
We gotta see that.
business in the front, party in the back. I was
There you
I
go.
was your guy. Now, I will never show you those yearbook photos, Lina, because you may never be able to eat again. It may traumatize you, something of that effect. Remember,
No.
I have a face for radio. So, and this is sad that this is on YouTube. I am so sorry. But anyways, Lina, I just wanted to see what you're talking about this bun thing. It's not my bun day,
Not your
but
bun day, but yes, it was for me because it is getting hot out here in Texas, and I do not like hair, touching like the back of my neck, and my hair gets really frizzy because of the humidity. So you'll
there you
probably,
go.
yeah, you'll probably be seeing this hairstyle a lot. But yes,
Cool.
let's go ahead and get started. So, Delilah, who's your favorite MLB team? Although it is very obvious. And how did you become a fan?
Cardinals, Cardinals.
Well, my favorite MLB team is the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I was basically born into this. Yeah,
Mm.
my family, my entire family they're all big Dodger fans, and we all always get together and we have barbecues and we always watch the Dodger game. Doesn't matter who we're playing against, we're always gonna have carne asada,
Mm.
beans, rice, and we're gonna sit down together and we're gonna watch the Dodger game.
Oh, I love that. Now that's what you call family tradition right there in all aspects. Yes. Next time,
I
invite me to the carne asada.
Gotcha. I got you.
I
Yeah,
I
you
feel
guys are
like
both
I'm
invited.
I feel like I'm watching Fools Rush In when he walks into the backyard
Mhm.
and he says, "This is your family dinner." He's like, she says, "I guess a few of them couldn't make it. There's like 90 people out there." So,
Yeah,
I
That's
mean,
accurate. That
that's
is
exactly how it is.
yeah. All right. So, Obviously we know that's a good time right there. Anytime you can get family together for carne asada and Dodgers, I know y'all have a time. So, what makes you love baseball?
Um, yeah, ever since I was little, I was an athlete. I played in every single sport, but my favorite one was baseball. That was the one that me and my family connected on the most.
Mhm.
It didn't matter who I was playing catch with. We were always playing catch. You know, my mom would play catch with me, my dad would play catch with me. I even started playing softball in high school. I made it all the way up until junior year, but I had to stop because I did get sick. I have a disease. So but yeah, I would love to try and get back into it soon. I'm looking into some recreational leagues and hopefully I can join again soon.
Okay, yeah. So much like you, like I grew up being an athlete and I stopped for a long time because, I had my daughter at a young age and I was focused on being a mom. And as I got older, I was like, let me get back to, the things that I love. And of course, one of those is like just playing sports. And yeah, I feel like no matter what age you are, you'll always find a way to something that you love. And I highly encourage it. So definitely, um,
Oh
we
yeah.
want we want to see some content too of you
Yeah.
playing. So
Oh yeah.
please, post it. Yes.
Yeah, I plan to continue to play like when I'm in my 80s. Like I don't care. I will be the old lady on the field, like diving for some balls.
That's awesome. All right. So, do you have any traditions going to a game? Because, we all have those traditions. Mine is you got to pregame in the parking lot. That's
Oh,
just
for
my favorite.
sure. For sure.
You have to pregame in the parking lot. You got to go in
Yeah.
there ready for a good time. Because, when you go to a Dodgers game, it's a party. It really
Oh
feels
yeah.
like a family reunion. So, you got to be ready.
Yep. Just like you said it. Yeah, I definitely do pregame before I go to the game. But even before that, it's kind of a whole ritual that I have when I pick out, what am I going to wear to the game? That's
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest things because you already know I'm already wearing a Dodger hat. I love to wear Dodger gear. I have so much of it. I literally get in trouble every time I go and I buy something new from the stadium or whatever it is that I get. I'm like, oh, my mom is the biggest one who's like, you better not go into that sports treasures. You better not get in there. And then somehow I end up sneaking in and coming out with something brand new. But I just can't help myself. I love my Dodger gear and it's such a big thing for me when I pick out like, what do I love to wear? How does this look? And
Mhm.
so that's kind of like my little tradition that I do it before every time I go to a Dodger game.
I love that. Yes, you got to make sure the fit is right every time you
Okay.
you go in there because I love to go in there and just see how people kind of mix and match and there's times where I see something I'm like, "Oh, I got to get that." I think one time I saw like the Kobe, it was like a Kobe Dodgers jersey that I'm yet to get, but I definitely want to get that. But yeah, there's always a way to dress it up. So you could use the
Oh
white,
yeah.
you could use the blue, whatever. Anything goes when it comes to Dodgers gear.
Yep.
Uh well,
Hmm.
being that you've obviously have gone to a lot of these games, I'm sure you have a lot of memories. So, tell me about two of your favorite memories that you'd like to share with us.
Okay, so for my first one is the very first time that I went to Dodger Stadium. I was very young. I was about, I'd say maybe like 8, 9 years old when I went, and I went well, I guess technically this is the first time that I remember because my mom told me right before I got on this interview. I was telling her, I was like, do you remember any times that we've had together? And she was telling me that apparently my first game that I've ever been to was when I was 9 months old, and I guess my dad had bought us tickets to go. And I was like, oh, wow, I wish I could have seen some pictures of this, but it was
Yeah,
different back then. We didn't have, phones like
phones with cameras.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Or, it was the disposable cameras, I think that
Yeah,
that was around back then. But yeah, so yeah.
that's amazing. Well, I'm sure you're going to continue to make a lot of more memories that you'll be able to record and take pictures and all that good stuff. I'm big on like you have to take pictures when you're at the stadium. Like there's just, it's such a legendary place and the energy there is amazing. So anytime you can, catch a good game and get some good pictures, like you got to do it. So,
Yeah.
uh
Oh
when
yeah.
do you know when you're going to go to the next game?
Me and my cousin were just talking about maybe going to Yamamoto's bobblehead night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking about that. We for sure were planning on going to Otani's second bobblehead night. I
Mhm.
think that we're pretty hyped about those, and I don't know. I'm always trying to look what are ticket prices like today? I'm like,
Yeah.
can we go? Yeah, that's usually me. I love to just try and go on a random day. I don't care if I'm sitting in nosebleeds,
Yeah.
I just
Well,
want to go to the games.
I sometimes, get the seats and somehow make my way behind the plate, whatever, home plate, but whatever. That's just, you got to make your way to the front somehow, some
Oh yeah,
way. So
yeah.
that's me getting myself in trouble again. But hey, I just feel like if the seat is empty,
Oh
why
yeah,
not?
for sure.
Like we're
Dodgers.
all there for the same reason. We're all there to cheer our team. So, well, thank you so much for sharing your, favorite moments. Thank you so much for sharing, your love for baseball. So let's get into finish the sentence. And Bill, this is where I need you to come in here and let's toss the ball back and forth so we can get
Ooh,
some good answers. So I'll start it off.
okay,
Let's go with Mookie Betts is.
A beast.
Yes, indeed.
good,
Indeed.
good answer. Um, your two current favorite Dodger players are,
Clayton Kershaw and oof, this is a hard one. I always fight between Mookie and Otani, but I'm gonna go with Mookie on this one.
Yes, yes, yes,
okay,
yes.
like
Mookie
it.
he really is, and not just because he's a Dodger, but because he really is an athlete, like
Oh
in
yeah.
all aspects of what a true athlete is. So nothing but respect for Mookie Betts.
Oh yeah.
All right, so two favorite players of all time are.
Fernando Valenzuela, and I'm gonna have to just go with Clayton Kershaw. He's always, I think because I grew up watching him, like I remember what when I was little and my dad had the game on where he was making his MLB debut. Like I remember
Mm,
Vince Scully, saying, "Look at this young kid. We've got Clayton Kershaw, coming up." And it was just it's always been a thing when I see Kershaw, it just brings back those memories. So just to be able to kind of like grow up seeing his career has been one of my favorite things.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I definitely do miss hearing Vin's voice, during the
Oh
game.
yeah, every
And
day.
yeah, yeah. And so it was like right after he passed and I went to a game and it was just amazing just to see the crowd and you never it's that voice that is just
Mhm.
you know that voice
The
anywhere.
iconic, the iconic, it's time for Dodger baseball. Like I hear it every time before a game starts. That's just always in my head.
Yep.
Always.
Yes, same. All right. So I left off the two favorites.
yeah.
So I think you're next.
Going to Dodger Stadium for you is,
The best thing in the world. I would pick this if I could. This is a goal of mine. This is what I'm working towards. I want to, when I retire, I would love to have enough money to where I can have I can have season tickets and I want to go every single day. I don't care what time the game's at. I want to go every single day. I want to go to a Dodger game.
That's
So,
awesome. That's a
oh yeah,
great retirement plan.
yeah,
that's a goal.
that's my
Yeah.
goal.
All right. So your favorite Dodgers memory is?
Ooh, being able to when I okay, my favorite, let's see. It was when it was during COVID when
Mhm.
we watched me and my family, we watched the Dodgers win the World Series in 2020.
Yep.
That was such a big event for
Yeah.
us. It was my headspace, my family's headspace was just, we remember the lockdown. It was crazy. It was such a crazy time. It was crazy. Your mind wasn't clear. It was all about the news. And then just to be able to be distracted about, seeing baseball and seeing the Dodgers make it to the World Series and watching that final, strikeout was just absolutely amazing. And to be able to do it with my whole family was really great.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was in downtown LA when we won, and it was crazy out there. It was definitely one of my favorite memories as well, just seeing everyone like out there going wild, and there's no better feeling than seeing your team win. I genuinely feel like that is like the
Yeah,
best experience as a sports fan, to see your team win.
it felt unreal.
Yeah, no, especially at that time, like you said, we had, as the world was like, closing
Closing.
in on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like, trying, it was just that last hope of like, let's just, win it all. Because specifically LA, LA had already dealt with so much with the
Yeah.
lockdown, with losing Kobe, and it was just so much like back to back. So it was definitely a great memory. All right, Bill, you got the last question here.
Okay. Your dream baseball job is
Well, I would love, I mean, if I can't say this, I would like to say this. So I've, I want to play for the Dodgers. Hello, I would love to be a center fielder. But I mean, if I couldn't do that, realistically, I'd probably be an announcer. I would love to be able to travel with the team, go to all these different stadiums and now watch. It's kind of funny when I watch the game. I do kind of do a lot of commentating myself with my family. So the issue with that is I scream a lot. So I think a lot of people watching would just have to turn down the volume because I'd be screaming. And I think that's one thing that I miss about Vince Scully is that he was a Dodger fan. That's what I miss. I miss having a commentator who was like just you get it's great when you hear Oral Hershiser up there every now and then, but he's not there every night. And I definitely miss that, and I would love to do that. If I could ever do that one day, that would be amazing.
I love it.
I
Love it.
agree.
Well,
Huh?
I Delilah, you've been great. Lina, take us home. I mean, she's nailed it.
Yes, well, thank you so much, Delilah. We always appreciate a wonderful guest, but
Oh,
specifically our fellow Dodger fans. We're not
oh,
biased or
yeah,
anything, but
yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me. I had such a great time. Anything I can do to talk about my Dodgers, and I will definitely take the chance to do that. So,
well, we appreciate you hanging out with us today. And yeah, we look forward to, seeing you out there playing, and we'll definitely be following your journey. So thank you again for joining us.
thank you for having
100%.
me.
Have a good one all.